it's amazing. I mean, you may have heard of the October 24th Global Day of Action that 350 pulled off. Biggest political distributed event in history, and certainly the biggest day for the climate movement. About 7 weeks before that, Avaz and a number of partners pulled together the Global Wake Up Call in September. So this is actually the third step in that process of building incredible momentum for Copenhagen, for a real ambitious and binding deal out of Copenhagen. This is called World Wants a Real Deal. So basically what's happening is we're taking the best of what 350 pulled off in October, we're taking the best of what Avaz pulled off in September, and we're taking the best of what all of our Tck 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 partners have pulled off throughout the whole year. So we've got Greenpeace, we've got World Wildlife Fund, we've got Oxfam, we've got World Council of Churches. The local Danish community is organizing huge rallies in Denmark. There are signature walls in key capitals around the world, Berlin, Toronto, Australia, and there are thousands. There's over 3,000 self-organized vigils happening around the world. So peaceful, positive, hopeful events where we're showing that the world's ready for a real deal. So Tck 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 is running this space. We are a collaboration of 220 global NGOs, started by WWF and Oxfam and Greenpeace and Avaz and 350 and a number of the larger international NGOs, but we're really cross-purpose. We've got religious groups, we've got labor, we've got development, we've got human rights, we've got Amnesty's involved, we've got the Red Cross as a partner, UNICEF. It's an amazing collaboration, kind of unprecedented really as far as the climate movement. So we're basically all pinpointing our efforts at this weekend. Global World Wants a Real Deal. Vigils have started Friday. They're going to crescendo. Saturday is going to be the day of action here and around the world, signature walls. And then tomorrow evening, as evening rolls around the world, it's going to be amazing. We're going to have thousands and thousands of photos roll in. And basically then our job is to present those photos to world leaders at a vigil we're having with the elders tomorrow and Saturday, as well as overall next week. We're creating videos that will be hopefully shown in the plenary session that we'll be making sure we get out to our constituency.
The community that's taken part in this Copenhagen Global Summit, this kind of community has never been gathered before in a way, has it?
It's hard to know. I'm not old enough or experienced enough to really say that, but certainly, you walk in the UN. I've talked to a number of seasoned people in these conference halls. It's just nutty in there, and we had a youth event here last night to open the Fresh Air Center, and 3 leaders of the global youth movement, and they were saying just in the past year or so, the youth actually got accredited as a real player in these talks. So there's thousands of youth. They bring so much energy and color with their T-shirts and actions, but they're also very serious and passionate about the world they have to inherit, and you've got all kinds of island states and developed nations that are extremely concerned. I mean, extremely concerned doesn't even cover the concern that they feel for their present, not just their future. A lot of people think this is like a future thing. You need to actually hear some of these stories of how it's a now thing, and not just in the developing world, but actually in the U.S. and in Europe as well. So I mean, this cuts across all issues. This has got grandmothers, it's got youth, it's got there's business involved. Copenhagen is this huge thing that some people are criticizing, but I think it's amazing that business is coming together. They're blanketed the city with ads, and we can critique their way, but the fact is they're actually really interested in a deal as well. So I don't know if you've ever seen this much energy come towards one thing, but it's probably going to take more than actually this much energy. It doesn't appear that this is enough energy to actually push the fossil lobby out of the way, push the oil lobby out of the way, to push these old leaders that are clinging to power and old systems, old industrial systems that are so obviously decaying, out of the way to let this kind of new energy, the kind of thousand flowers bloom, fill in. So we got to keep pushing, and that's what tomorrow's all about.